from high atop the Alex Bones building. Broadcasting from the Alex Bones studio.
Live on the Alex Bones Radio Network.
This is the #1 syndicated radio show in the world.
The Alex Bones Show.
All right, here we go. Legs inside, hands inside the ride at all times.
Just another day on the front line, forced to apologize. Leader, your real winners to the middle, but that's on the set. I see you like a landmine.
He just sings and sings and sings and sings and sings. It is the Bone Show, the #1 syndicated radio show in the world. Over 25 million daily listeners listen to this show. You can catch us anywhere online at boneshow.com. And that's where you put every show we've ever done. So if you wanted to hear me or hear Jimmy or hear any shows we did, shows from a year ago, shows from wherever, you go to boneshow.com. I am ready for the show, Jimmy.
Something I think about a lot is those bands that came out in the late 80s, early 90s, and they're always categorized as hair metal, but they're actually way too unique and way too cool to be considered hair metal.
Okay, you got to tell us if these are hair metal bands, because nobody knows hair metal better than you, boss. You know hair metal really well because you just do. You were in a hair metal band. So was my dad. My dad was the guitar player for TNT. So you got to tell us if these were hair metal bands or not, if you agree with this girl.
All right, what did she say?
Let's talk about them. Also, I just want to say I'm completely aware that the term hair metal was not used back then. And
no, we had no idea. We just called it music, rock.
That term actually
good rock.
Came about in like the 2000s. But I do think that term serves a purpose because sometimes I look at a really stupid hard rock band and I think, yeah, that's hair metal. So #1 is Skid Row. They released their first album in 1989. It's a great first album, hard rock, straight to the point, whatever.
All right, is Skid Row a hair band?
Skid Row is a hair band, correct.
She doesn't think that Skid Row's a hair band.
Well, Sebastian Bach, you a hair band?
I'm kind of like the Michael McDonald of hair.
I mean, listen.
This is the way I'm looking at it.
You can't have the hair that you do without people taking notice.
Without people creating
their own little
channels?
Thing. Yes. I mean, this is what you get. This is the price you pay for fame. It all comes back to you, Sebastian.
But, of course, they kind of had the hair going on.
Yeah, they're a hair band. And Sebastian Bach just said they're a hair band.
With the whole nose chain thing. But, they sounded pretty standard hard rock. Their second album is so different. It is very much heavy metal and thrash metal inspired.
It was just an evolution. It was a great, both albums, great albums. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about.
That album is phenomenal.
You weren't even born yet, shut up.
It just does them such a disservice to just group that in with bands like Poison. I think, honestly, if they...
Her name's Sarah Bunny Doll.
Sarah Bunny Doll.
So if your name is Sarah Bunny Doll, you don't know hair music like we do.
Figured out a way to let their power struggles go. And
my dad was in the band TNT.
I think
see, Jimmy knows. I know. I was in a band.
#2 is Extreme.
Extreme?
Is Extreme a hair band?
100%.
So again, similar story. They come out with...
I love Extremes. Extreme's one of my favorite bands.
The first album in 1989.
Of all time.
Again,
Porno Graffiti will still live up there as one of the best albums ever.
Got the big hair going on.
So yes, they were a hair band.
I do think that they started out with a bit of a quirkiness. They were a little bit different in their first album, but their second and third album...
No, their first album was straight ahead rock.
...are beyond cool.
Mother don't want to go to school today.
Oh, I gotta play that on the bass. I'd rather go outside and play, yeah. Mother don't want to go to school today. Think I'd rather go outside and play.
All right, Robin, you're done playing now, Jimmy. Put the bass down. That's my bass. Can't. Okay, keep going, Broad.
They have funk influence, they have hip hop influence, and not only that, but
We don't know what you're doing here. Get the funk
their
out.
lyrics are, much more political, much deeper. All the subjects that they touched on are infinitely more profound than any other, hair metal band.
Okay.
Number 3 is Mr. Big.
Is Mr. Big a hair band?
I would say Mr. Big is definitely a hair band. I don't want to be with you.
That's not even close to their song,
Again,
but yes,
very similar
they were
story.
a hair
First
band.
album, 1989, pretty standard.
Billy Sheehan was in that band. It's a hair band.
Hard rock sound. And then second album onwards is just so cool and so different.
Okay.
And the really
Cool. Hair bands can have cool
cool
albums.
thing about them is they had Paul Gilbert and they did the whole guitar drill thing. Really, they should have been bigger. And Eric Martin's voice is like very
Don't forget Billy Sheehan.
soulful, very R&B
forget Billy.
inspired as well. I just love it. And finally, we
Oh, she didn't say anything about Billy. I hate you. Sarah Bunny Doll. You don't know hair music like we do.
Cinderella. Now,
Cinderella was the definition of a hair
they
band.
came out a little earlier and they were definitely a lot more glammy than the others. But still, second album onwards, they really just have their own style. I think it's such a
Yeah, it was more blues influenced hair band.
shame how overlooked their best album, Heartbreak Station, is. It's so good.
That wasn't their best album. The best album was Night Songs.
Also, I just want to appreciate
Yeah, all the albums were good, but Night Songs, shut up. You don't know anything about Night Songs. When Night Songs came out, it changed lives. It did. It was a great album. And Tom is such a great guy. So, no, Cinderella, hair band. Good hair band? Blues influenced hair band? Yes, hair band.
Tom Kiefer's guitar skills for a second. I know he's not really considered like one of the great guitar players or whatever, but he's one of those guitar players that I love.
He's a piano player, guitar player, singer.
Because
He's
he just
all
plays
that.
the solo.
And a cool guy.
That is so perfect to the song. And I also think it's so cool how he sings a song live and then he gets the guitar thrown to him and he plays a solo, but whatever.
That's like me talking about music from the 2010s. I have no right to talk about bands from the 2010s, 2020s. I have no right because I wasn't there. I'm not there. I don't listen to none of that shit. You were probably born in 2004. So you can't talk about hair bands because, girl, you weren't there.
Thank you. Next. Now I'm getting crapped on for not going to funerals and services and stuff like that when my dad told me specifically multiple times.
This is Brooke Hogan talking about her dad, and she didn't go to her dad's funeral. And this is the reason why she didn't go to her dad's funeral. Because a lot of people said, why wouldn't your kid show up to your own funeral? Brooke didn't go there.
Yeah, so Brooke didn't show up. So everybody's wanting to know what happened to Brooke. Now, Brooke is coming out and saying this.
Just burn me up and put me in the back of the ocean behind my house. That's where my dad is. I want to be in the Gulf. I want to be with my dad. I don't want any. He didn't like the morbidity of funerals. He hated it. And quite honestly, if he knew he were being carted around for 2 weeks for show with people that didn't really know him, celebrities and stuff, that I'm like, how well did you really know them? Is this for my dad or is this for everybody else?
Your kid would know what you want. If you say, look, I don't want to be carted around. Just the minute I die, put me in the oven, burn me up, throw me out back in the ocean. That's what I want to do. So she said, okay. But then nobody is letting her do that because they're showing them off everywhere.
So, hate to be a biatch about it, but,
Biatch.
my dad
Hey, she said, biatch.
wanted to be cremated and put in the ocean. And the closest way I could get to him was to put my feet in the ocean with my children. And I'm standing by that, and that is my God's honest truth. This is ridiculous that this has gone to this point of this war of words. My dad has finally been put to rest. Leave him alone, leave me alone, and let the poor man go to heaven and just end it. Stop coming after me. I'm not the one you want to come after.
Good for you, Brooke. Break your silence and tell everybody the real reason. We agree. We side with Brooke Hogan.
Thank you. Next.
Okay, these are the top 3 things that I find the most attractive about a man.
I better hope she says jean shorts and rings and necklaces.
Yeah, I hope she disagrees with all the other broads that we've talked to lately.
First off, my name is Danielle. I am nobody special, but
Hey, you're kind of a hot chick.
if you want to know what us small town girls look for in a guy, these are the top 3.
Okay, I don't know how to say this. She's not doing this while she's sitting at home, out back on the porch, just being alone. No, she's doing this as she's driving down the road. So she's driving down the road, making a TikTok about the top 3 things that make a man attractive. You are not going to be attractive when you run into a tree and the tree goes into your head and smashes your head off and it ends up in the passenger seat. Then you are not going to be attractive. So why don't you pull over and do a TikTok? Why do you have to do it while driving down the road? You were looking at the camera more than you were looking at the road.
Coming in at number 1, if he is a man of God, woo, honey. If this man...
You better be a woman of God, praying to God that you don't run into a deer.
Yeah, a deer could run out right now, because right now your eyes are on the camera, not on the road.
puts the Lord before you, he is a 10, okay? If he is praying over you...
I'm praying that you make it home.
...at night...
I'm praying that you don't hit a bus full of kids.
...and covering you in the blood of Jesus... ...and leading you... spiritually, honey, you are a dime piece. Coming in at a strong number 2 is a man that is fit. Okay, it's not about the looks.
You can just stop listening right now because you don't fall into any of those categories.
Yeah, she don't like me at all.
Fellas, it's not about the looks. It's about the discipline that it takes to get the looks, okay? If he is taking care of himself and showing up at the gym.
Taking care of business every way.
Taking care of business and working overtime
every day and eating right and not eating like a total freaking fat butt, okay?
I like eating like a total fat butt.
He's a tip. Number 3, y'all are going to think I'm shallow.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so far, you're what is that? 0 of 3. So maybe you could be 0 of 1 or 3. I don't know.
But if he has a nice ride, and don't come for me. But it's not really about the ride, ladies, is it?
Yeah,
it's
see,
about
right now you're out.
being good with your money.
You're out.
If this man
you drive on to Civic.
And
You're
knows
out.
how to manage money. And
You just ran over at train tracks and didn't even slow down. You know why? Because you're not watching the road. You're talking into the camera.
Like, kind of like a boss status, like owns his own business or
you are a gold-digging, shallow broad.
It's not that
that don't care about anybody else because you're looking into the camera instead of driving down the road.
Take care of you because I don't want a man to take care of me, honey. I take care of myself.
You're gonna have to once you run into a school bus.
But if you are not like...
A man's going to have to feed you and wipe your butt and carry you around the house because you ran into a dump truck.
Still in the I need my mama to pay my bills and take care of me stage, then yeah, you're doing big things.
Thank you. Next. Okay, I just learned that only 80% of people wash their underwear after the first wear.
What? Only 80% of people wash their underwear?
That means 20% of people are wearing yesterday's or yesterday and the day before that's underwears. That's gross.
Why would you? Why? Why would you do that?
And the other 20% wear their underwear twice before washing them.
Twice?
You turn them inside out.
I'm disgusted by people right now. That's... just think. Those people right now at the mall. Or
What's a mall?
A mall's a place people would go and buy stuff.
That's called Amazon.
Okay, 20% of the people walking around the Amazon right now are wearing yesterday's underwear.
Ew.
Yeah, that guy that's sitting next to you on the subway right now, look at him. Look, just look at him. Look at him up and down. Yeah, he hasn't changed his underwear this week.
And then 5% of men admitted to wearing their underwear up to 4 times before.
No, 4 times. Guys, come on.
Thank you. Next. My family of 6 only flushes the toilet 1 day a week, and that is flushing Fridays. We only flush the toilet on Fridays, and that's one of the biggest reasons that we have a poop knife. We do it to save money on water.
Jimmy, you're going to have to explain this to me because I can't understand this woman.
Okay, this is what I gather. She has a family of 6. Okay, 6 people live in her family, and they only flush the toilet once a week.
Do they have more than one toilet?
No, they only have one toilet, but they only flush it on Flushing Fridays.
Do they poo outside?
Nope. They poo in the toilet.
Because flushes cost money.
Flushings cost money.
You don't understand how much money you spend. Flushes add up. If you flush like 10 times a day,
If you flush 10 times a day, that's like 30 cents a day.
Times a day, that's probably...
You know what? Maybe you should get a second job in order to flush the toilet more than once a week.
$1.
If I could only afford to flush the toilet once a week, I would get another job.
We flush 1 time a week, and that is why we have a poop knife. We keep a poop knife next to the toilet.
Yeah, oh my God. They have a poop knife. Oh my God. Next to the toilet. So when they flush oh my God. When they flush, I can't even get through it.
So when it is time to flush it, my phone almost fell. When it is time to flush it, you chop it up so it doesn't clog the toilet.
Whose job is it to flush, to chop up the poo? Is it the same person? I get so many questions. Is it the same person every week, or do you pick straws? Or the last person to go? I don't know. Do you flush it at midnight on Friday, or do you wait till like the morning on Friday? When does the poo cutting begin?
It just works out better that way, and we save so much money by only flushing 1 time a week.
And then what do you do with the poop knife? Do you put it in the dishwasher?
And here's our poop knife. We just leave it on the toilet. Right now I'm washing some of our reusable toilet paper, so that's something I need to put back in there. I'll probably make...
What the hell does that house smell like?
If they only flush the toilet once a week, that means they never take showers because, oh my God, that's a lot of money, to take a shower. So, all 6 of them have...
Make a video on that later. But I'm like,
you're going to make a video of cutting the poop. Thanks.
Toilet paper and our xylospongium I'm about to change the vinegar on it. I might do a video on that too. I'm
actually sick.
Because it's been like 6 months since we changed it last. But this just sits on the back of the commode like that.
Okay, so the poo knife sits on back of the commode all the time. I would use that to slit my wrists. I would end it. If I live in a household that only flushes the toilet once a week, I would end it.
And you use it as needed. We try to use it in between so then it doesn't clog the toilet.
Oh, God.
Only 3 more days till flushing Friday. We all get around the toilet and watch it all go down.
It's like a TV show. Hey, Mom's going to flush the toilet now. You want to watch it all go down?
Yeah, let's all watch it. Yay! I'll bring the popcorn.
I thought I heard it all.
Thank you. Next.
A lot of people dancing on the grave this week of Howard Stern. The so-called shock jock is going to have his contract expire and not reviewed by Sirius. He was getting paid $100 million a year.
Okay, let's discuss this, okay? There are only 3 people in the whole world right now, this second, who know what's going to happen. Okay, that's Howard. That's his wife, Beth, and that's Robin. That's the only 3 people that know what's going on right now. Anybody else that says anything has no clue on what's going to happen. I don't even think Sirius has an idea of what's going to happen. It's just all in Howard's head right now. And could he leave? He could leave. He's been here 20 years. It's a good time for him to leave.
So are you going to comment on it or not? Because everybody's been waiting on you to comment.
All right. You want my official comment?
Yeah, but do you know for a fact?
Am I one of those three people? Am I Howard? Am I Beth? Am I Robin? No. So I have no idea. I'm just guessing on what's going to happen. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. This is what I think's going to happen. And I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I've been so wrong, I've ended up in the New York Post talking about what's going to happen to Howard. The last contract that came up. This is 20 years ago. 20 years ago, the New York Post asked me what was going to happen. And I told them, and I was completely wrong. 100% wrong. So, here I go. Okay, this is what's going to happen with Howard Stern in the next couple of weeks. He's going to come back. He's going to do the shows till the end of the year. Then he's going to give up his radio shows from the past 20 years. Okay, so all that 20 years of satellite is going to go to Sirius. He's not going to be live anymore. But he will still have the ability to pop in every once in a while and give an update or interview somebody. Something. He's keeping the studios in his house so he can jump on at any time and do a show, along with the 20 years of Sirius catalog. As far as the other years of the Howard Stern show, he's going to put that on Spotify, something, to where you have to pay $2 a month to get that. So he's going to control all of that. And the only thing Sirius is going to have is the 20 years that he was on, plus the ability to come on and surprise everybody with a show when there's big news.
Year for the last 5 years, not quite a sympathetic figure, but to me, it's pretty sad. I'm somebody who grew up as a Howard Stern fan.
I grew up as a Howard Stern boss. He was on my radio station. So I know, and I'm still in it. So this is what's going to happen. Only listen to me. Don't listen to these assholes.
Loved Howard Stern in the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s. The young people out there really don't understand how big of a deal Howard Stern was.
Okay, but they will, because he's going to still control all the stuff from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. It's like a radio station. The best of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. For the 2000s plus, go to Sirius. For everything from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, you go to Stern's Spotify channel, which he charges you $2 a month.
Thank you. Next.
I want to get your feedback on this dating scenario. So I've been talking to this woman online for...
A guy wants to know about dating? That's new. We never get that.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
A couple weeks. And I finally said, hey, you seem really interesting. We seem to have a lot in common. Would you like to get together? And she said, well, my schedule is pretty busy for the next month.
Yeah, that means nope.
But maybe in September, maybe the 11th.
September 11th.
How would you take that? Is that somebody that's super interested? Do you really think that their schedule is just that busy? Or how would you manage that situation?
Okay, first thing I would do. Okay, what's your name? Your name is Apple user 882335250. Okay, the first thing I would do, Apple user, is take your left hand. Okay, got it? Put your left hand in the air. Then stick it down your pants and tug on your balls and tug and tug and tug and pull them out from under their shell. Just tug on your balls. Now that you tugged on your balls, there's your answer. And if you put your hand down there and you don't feel balls, then go to the doctor and tell the doctor that you don't have balls and that you would like some put in so you can tug on them and make them fall, because they haven't fallen from where they're supposed to be. And you are a bitch. And you're a bitch. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah, even I think you're a biatch.
Yeah, even Jimmy called you a bitch.